Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Brian.
I'm Craig at the State Fair of Texas. Brian, this is pretty cool. What is this?
One of our favorite events. We have a lot of good luck here, and that's because our buddy Steve with Nissan has set us up with a new Armada. This thing is awesome. It's 2025. It's completely refreshed. And if you know anything about Nissan Patrols around the world, that's what this is based on, which is a big, big deal. Some major changes for this, though, and the biggest thing is that Pro4X is now available stateside. Well, it's a stateside thing, but you've never had an off-road flavor of Armada before, and we really care about that. So let's come check it out, Craig. Before we get into all the goodies of that, I want to talk about the new front end. So it is a new face. While the platform is shared with some older stuff, this is all new. You do have LED lighting. You've got a little bit of fog lights down here, and of course, because it's a Pro4X, you've got an orange badge. Overall, quite handsome, I think. And we had to clarify this because I thought he was lying to us. 33 degrees of approach angle. Wow. That's a huge deal. Actually, I think he said it was 34. The rear is 24 and a half of departure. How often do you have a vehicle with better approach than you do departure?
And Brian, they've actually got the orange tow hook underneath there, which is hard to do because crash standards and all that, but they put it on there.
They got it done, and it's orange, so that means it works. All right, coming around to the wheel and tire, Craig, this is the bigger deal for us because if you're going off-road, you want a tire that's appropriate for it. This is the Yokohama Geolander AT, something that's near and dear to Craig's heart. He's had several of these in his personal life and on his kids' cars. Works pretty darn good. While the tread pattern is not that aggressive, it looks like a highway tire. It's really good in dusty, dirty climates and rocky terrain as well. So I'm happy to see that from the factory tire. We also know that it's going to handle well on the road and have good manners. It's not so aggressive that it's noisy. The tread wear on this one is 860. I can't believe that. I thought they just made that number up. It's going to last forever. Traction A, temperature B. Oh, so these are 20s. 275, 60 R20. It's a lot of wheel. I'm actually curious to know if you can get an 18 with this instead of a 20, but nonetheless, it's not a 22. A bigger deal, Craig, the 20 won't matter for ride quality because this thing has 4-corner air suspension. I don't know how that didn't make it through the press briefings, but it's here. In fact, I'm looking in here. It is absolutely air ride. That's a big deal. You can raise and lower suspension. We've said for a while now that air ride is just cheating in the off-road world because it can be good riding on the highway. You can run a big wheel. You can also get it lower at highway speeds for aerodynamics, and when you get off-road, we can lift this thing to the moon, and it makes a big difference. This side vent is functional. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. We do have hard plastic side rails. These are not rock sliders, but they will keep debris from splashing up on your nice paint. That's cool. You do have a roof rack on top. We don't know what the rating is to hold on this, but it does have a rail you can bolt in here. So if you do a tent game, it can be done. Coming down the back, I do like that you have flat black plastic, kind of like the old Xteras. That's a good news situation for off-road or trail riding because you're going to keep all those brush and things at the widest point of the car is going to be protected from that. All right, coming down the back, Craig, you've got the orange Armada, which we freaking love that. You know it's Pro4X, and then pop that cap. It's capless, baby. They've caught up. More importantly, premium fuel is recommended for maximum performance. Not required. Keyboard warriors, calm down. Wideband O2 sensors, which have been around for decades now, mean you don't have to run the highest octane.
Brian, we've been telling people that for years.
For years, Nissan agrees with us. Rear spoiler, probably a lot of aero happening here. And oh, look at this. Handsome rear integrated LED on both sides and the orange emblem in the middle. That's pretty cool. Let's come on down here, Craig, and see what we got to work with. Oh, look at this. A real tow hitch, 7-way, no 4-way flat, so you have to use an adapter for smaller trailers. But this is good because of the air ride to tow 8,500 pounds. That's a big number. Let's check out that rear suspension real quick, Craig. We have 4-wheel independent, and I can see the airbags right now. Right here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm impressed. Let's see if we can start this thing up. Okay, what does it sound like out here? It sounded like a lot of ambient artificial noise inside.
Sound like a V6.
I'm okay with that. Let's check it out. All right, Craig, time to pop under the hood. Oh, baby, look at that. Long gone was the VK56 or VQ56. Great, awesome V8 that poured out. I'm sorry, I'm sad it's gone. But in its place is a VR35 DDTT. That's right, VR, not VQ. Which means,
what?
Yeah, hold on.
What?
You know what else has a VR motor in it?
Oh, I know.
Godzilla, baby. The GTR has a VR38. So this is a 3.5 liter engine, sharing architecture with the GTR motor, but it's tuned for truck duties. So the good news here is 425 horsepower, which is 25 horsepower gain from the old motor, and 516 foot-pounds of torque. That's more than 100 foot-pounds of torque from the V8. That is huge, huge. So happy to hear about that. We can't wait to drive that. That's gonna be a big deal. And it's gonna help miles per gallon as well as performance. All that covered, let's hop in the interior with Craig.
All right, Brian, time to check out the interior of the Armada. Oh gosh, we love this thing. Let's check it out. It's not connected right now because it's an auto show. This is an auto show mode. Auto show mode, and that's just part of it. But Brian, I like how they've got it set up here. You can kind of see you got the third row. This is how much room you have. It's not bad, and there's still some room behind it.
That's actually quite a bit of room.
Very similar to the outgoing Armada. This is an evolution of the previous Armada, but a big update. And that folds down. At least this part folds down fairly flat.
Yeah.
I cannot fold the other seats down because battery situations. Again, auto show mode.
Auto show mode, yeah.
A little more storage underneath here, and then a plastic cover for something. Good storage here, Brian. Let's check out the second row.
Sounds good.
All right, Brian, let's check out the second row of the all-new Armada. First off, these doors open pretty wide. I like that.
Sure do, yeah.
And we got nice padded texture up on the door sill. The door pull spot to put your phone. I think manufacturers are starting to figure that out, actually, Brian. That's really nice.
They're listening to us, Craig.
They're watching. And then, Brian, just going to show access to the third row real quick. You pull this little handle right here, and that folds it down. So you can see that we do have a little bit of a flat situation here, which is nice, or at least it lines up with the third row.
Yeah.
That's actually really good and easy to overcome if you're camping. If we're actually getting in the back, and look, there's some pretty good room. There's more legroom in the rear third row than there used to be in the outgoing Armada.
Yep.
It's pretty nice. But, Brian, let's check out the legroom for the second row. So we get into the second row, Brian. Oh, and this flips down too, so it folds down three ways. Like that a lot.
Here.
Oh, goes forward and aft. That is a game changer because now someone can sit in the third row. You can kind of split the difference everywhere.
Look at that legroom now. That's
Everyone can fit now. That's the beauty of that. But when no one's back there, put it all the way back, and you've got all the room, and I can cross my legs. And Brian, this is pretty comfortable. I've got a center folding armrest with cup holders. And then, Brian, let's see what kind of room you have with this panoramic roof. I am nervous about that.
Me too. Well, yeah, obviously. Well, at least I have an option. So, like a lot of panos, it's kind of a problem for the second row because the motor's right here. But I can recline around if I need to. Not great, though.
Still a little frustrating that they do that, but, you know, it's just kind of the world we live in. Brian, we do get rear AC vents in the, I like this, in the roof.
Yeah, it's nice. I do like that a lot.
And none in the middle. So, okay, just checking that, making sure I saw that right. USB-C in the center, and then the old school plug in case you still smoke. Yeah.
There's a good entry grab handle here.
And here.
And here. And here. Well, but then also right there. That's more than most. That's really good.
They should like do a Super Bowl ad of that.
They should.
To the front. All right, Brian, to the front. This is where it all matters. Brian, same padded door sill up front like we got in the back. Door pull, which holds phones, which is really nice. And then we get a nice water bottle holder down in the bottom. Very usable space. Like that a lot. Folding mirrors, memory seats. Let's get into these seats. Let's check them out. And Brian, I'm going to start this bad boy up, and we're just going to see because we got the keys to this thing. And look at this, all these inches of screen.
Babe, that's 8 inches.
That's 14.3 total.
14.3.
Oh my goodness, I'm so excited.
First of all, ventilated seats.
Yes, ventilated seats, very nice. You get all the drive modes in the world. This little button right here is the biggest difference with this Armada compared to the outgoing Armada. The outgoing Armada, you had like snow mode, and that was pretty much it.
But it still made our hill test.
Still made our hill. No, it was still unbelievably capable because the bones were there because it was a Patrol.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the Patrol that we're getting in the States because we get all the modes now like the rest of the world got. And then if we move over to the right a little bit, we're in 4 auto all the time, 4 high, 4 low. But there's another button that we used to not be able to get, and now we can. That's the biggest difference specific to the Pro4X, which we're in now. This is the one to get.
Game changer.
We all know that. Get this one. And Brian, we're old Mopar fans because that's what we grew up on, and we love push button drive.
There you go, bud.
This is we literally learned to drive on cars with push button drive, and it's nice to have that back.
That's how old Craig is.
That is very nice. That's how old we both are. Yes. This view is actually really nice. It's a commanding view. You sit up nice. I'm noticing one thing as I'm sitting here. We don't sit up too high like we did in the older Armada.
That's a good point. The only complaint I had in the older Armada was, 1, I didn't own it, and 2, I was really awkward sitting up high. The visibility is perfect in here.
Yes.
No complaint.
And Brian, look at this. They call this the through the hood view or whatever. And there it is. Look at that. That's pretty cool. You can see really well the front wheels where they're positioned.
The idea is you can see through the bonnet or the hood of the vehicle. So.
Yeah. What would happen if we moved forward? This would stitch. This would stitch overlay in there, so you can see.
So you don't run over kids.
And it's it's really nice and quote unquote off-roading, as they say. Pretty nice place to be.
Yeah.
You think they did good here. That pricing is not available just yet.
Yeah. So it's going to be hitting the dealer soon. So we'll know very soon on pricing.
We'll find that out very soon. Yeah, integrated brake controller. There's a bunch of things we could go on here. We'd be here all day. Brian, maybe the biggest thing is, and we didn't, we tried to show this outside, but this is a pre-production model, so we don't know if all these things work. Right. But Brian, there's another button here I almost missed. I'd be remiss to mention it. Air ride. I know we mentioned outside, but that's really nice, and it's just a complete game changer. It helps with capability on the outside, and it helps with comfort on the inside, and that's what matters. So with that, Brian, enough of all this. Let's get on to some other cool Nissans around here. Stay tuned for more videos from the State Fair. Be sure to like and subscribe, Brian. And there's something about a membership with us. What is it?
Yeah, that's right. For 99 cents a month, you can become a member of our channel and get this video up to a week early. That's it. Cheapest subscription you'll ever have.
Do it or else.
Thanks for watching.